Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Peace be upon all of you, brothers and sisters. This is the third video in the series, and after I finish that, then the next one will recap all that so we can go into another idea or another part. Let me go back and continue where I left off, and we'll go for Isaiah 42. And in that book, in Isaiah 42, it's number 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Let's see what the Lord says. Behold, the former things are come to pass. In that particular book, the Lord was talking about certain things previously happened, and he was kind of blaming on their weakness of worshiping and belief. But he said, as for now, whatever passed was past. And he goes to say, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them. So the Lord had decided that he will tell these people what's going to happen. Let's see what's going to happen. Sing unto the Lord a new song, and his praise, again, the praise, and his praise from the end of the earth. Ye that go down to the sea, and all that is therein, the isles and the inhabitants thereof. Okay, I'm sure everybody agree with me. I mean, it doesn't make any sense, but everybody agree with me that the Lord doesn't want the people to stand there and sing. So the song that he's talking about, or the singing that he's talking about, is a different form. It's a form of recitation. The only book up to then was recited was the Torah. So there is another form of recitation. And I know, and you know, you don't recite the Bible. Alright? And it could be another meaning for the word song. Yes. A praise in a form that's fixed and repeated. Okay. We'll see what he said, and then he went to say that will take over with praise all over the earth, from the east to the west, and to all the islands or all the isles, because he in the Torah, and he mentioned islands because all the continents are really islands. So, and he said, and their inhabitants. Let's keep going and see what he says in 11. Let the wilderness and the cities thereof lift up their voices. The wilderness and the cities. In that particular time, now remember, that's way before the time of Jesus. We're talking about something from maybe 3000 BC or above. The wilderness and the cities. The wilderness, everybody knows. The whole earth almost was wilderness. Where was the cities? Very few cities existed around in that time. Cities in Palestine, and cities in Mecca and Medina, and cities only in that area, and Egypt. Just that's it. This was the triangle of cities. Babylon and the northern Iraq, the Syrians and the Persians. That was the whole cities of the world. Well, how do we know what cities that he's talking about? Oh, he's not going to let us guess so much. He's going to say, let the wilderness and the cities thereof lift up their voices. Speak loud, or praise loud. the villages that Kedar doth inhabit. Again, Kedar is one of the sons of Ishmael, a son of Abraham, and his tribe and descendants lived in Mecca. That's where they used to live. So he goes to say, the villages that Kedar doth inhabit. Let the inhabitants of Sela. Now, in the English version, it says Sela, S-E-L-A. In the Hebrew, the Greek, and the Arabic, and the Aramaic or the Syriac, they all say Salah. Salah. We'll forget about that. What is Salah? Salah is a mountain. That mountain is in the Medina, where Muhammad ﷺ had settled and made his nation. So the people of Mecca is specified, and the people of Medina, let him sing another song, a new song. Well, they will raise their voice with a praise from the east to the west, into the islands and their inhabitants. Let them give the glory to the Lord. And we'll see exactly what he means by Lord now. Is it the Lord himself, or as we had used to know that the Lord has been used to the Lord or his representative? To the Lord, and declare his praise in the islands. I'm not going to make a comment on this till I finish the next one. The Lord will go forth as a mighty man. He will stir up jealousy. Well, so far, it could be anybody. It could be Jesus. It could be Mohamed. It couldn't be Moses, because Moses is the one who received this. And even though that he specified the two spots in Mecca and Medina, he come here to say the Lord will go forth as a mighty man. He will stir up jealousy like a man of war. He will cry, yet he will shout aloud. We know for fact that Jesus did not, at any given moment of the time that he spent on earth, acted like a man of war. Some will say he meant like a man of war. Will say, hold on. He will prove himself mighty against his enemies. This is something in the flesh right now. So Jesus never acted upon in any war. He never took that step. The only prophet that physically, after this revelation, the only prophet that physically went into a war himself to combat the enemies of his Lord is Muhammad. Couldn't be anybody else. If you think you can find another thing, think again, because you're not going to find. I searched it left and right. Relation to Mecca, to Medina, to somebody who will fight, and he will be mighty and win against his and his Lord enemies. To me, so far, it seems overwhelming, but I'm still reluctant. Or I know some of you are still reluctant. So, the next time, we'll go into the New Testament, and we will see parts of the Old Testament that was added to be considered the Bible. And we'll see it from there. Thank you for listening, and hopefully we can meet again. God bless. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.